Hi, everybody. Welcome to our online essential oil class call. Our oil tonight, oil spotlight tonight is Manuka. So Manuka, yeah.
Right, welcome everyone. I'm Jade Bolden and this is Ben Bolden, and tonight is our usual Tuesday night call, and we're doing essential oils one week and then we're doing a wellness topic the next week. So tonight we're going to talk and focus on Manuka oil. Many of you have Manuka oil from a couple of months ago when it was free, when you purchased a 200 PV order. And that was awesome. The Australians, you get to buy Manuka anytime you wish. So that is exciting. For the rest of the world, they got it from their 200 PV promotion. So anyways, Manuka is extraordinary. So I just wanted to give you a summary of what to do with your Manuka oil. So one drop is equal to 27 Manuka honey jars, and many people know the benefits of the Manuka honey. So if you get the essential oils, it's going to be.
This is about you.
Sorry. So if you get the oil, it's going to be a lot more powerful, concentrated. So it's amazing for joints and muscles, for dandruff and scalp care. Awesome to clean toes and fingernails. So toenails is what I mean. Healthy for healthy, clear skin. Helps your skin clear up, and it's great for immunity and gut health. Wonderful bug bites, and relaxing and mood and balancing for the blood pressure. And emotionally, this oil is the oil of being upheld. All right, so the Manuka oil that we have is from New Zealand, and that's where Manuka is indigenous. We do have Manuka in Australia too, but the one that doTERRA sells is from New Zealand. All right, so those things that you read about the lovely Manuka honey, you can expect that from the essential oils, and it's a lot more concentrated. Alrighty, so according to doTERRA, the description of the Manuka is a rich, spicy, herbaceous fragrance of Manuka oil can help relieve feelings of stress and promote relaxation. When applied topically, this sweet herbaceous oil can promote smooth, healthy skin and may reduce appearance of blemishes. So you can clean the air with it too. So like the usual, I like to break it up to 3 different sections. So the first section is the body, okay? So it's for the people who have dandruff and, itchiness in their scalp. You can just add just a couple of drops of Manuka into your shampoo and conditioner bottle, or add 1 drop into your hand and then put the shampoo on or the conditioner on and just clean your hair that way. It just fights against environmental threat that may be one of the causes why you have itchy scalp and dandruff. The other thing too, if this was me, I would take that holistic approach and make sure that I'm not using shampoos and conditioners and hair products that have SLS in it and other parabens, and not dyeing my hair too often where I'm exposed to phthalates. So those things do separate the skin layers of the body, of the hair. So you just need to be aware and just take the proactive approach to health. Okay, so for finger and toenails, it's just putting it on, just neat, as in you don't have to dilute it. Manuka is not the hot and spicy oil that you need to worry about. It's very strong, so you only need a little bit. Strong as in it's just powerful in its ability, and you don't want to waste it. So people that have complained about toe fungus, and that's black for years and years. I've had lots of hi Dawn, lots of friends that I've shared stories where it really helps them clean it up. One friend said it was 20 odd years with her husband's toe fungus, maybe it was more. It was black, and they couldn't fix it. And the Manuka did the job, along with the other essential oils. It's just fantastic. So it just depends, and just look at the reflex points. So if it's the big toes, it's the brain, right? So anyways, I'm hoping that people can hear us on here. All right, so
let us know if you can hear us, Dawn.
Yeah, please. I'm just talking to myself. Yeah.
Yesterday we recorded something that no one could hear.
Yeah, so. Yeah, it was embarrassing. So anyways, that's the finger and toenails. If you go and get your nails done at the salon, you can go ahead and make sure that it's clean, okay? So it's wonderful. But Manuka is very, sorry, not Siri, very special. All right, so bug bites. So you can, apply it with the Terra Shield to repel bugs, or you can apply it straight on just when you do get the bug bites, because it neutralizes the toxins. Terra Shield, it shields, but it also helps calm the skin down. So, this is a fantastic oil for those who want to make a spray for the hair. If you want to, help your girls or boys, when they have long hair, repel against the lice when you go to school. Just mix Terra Shield and Melaleuca in water in a spray bottle. You can spray it on the hair. So you can do it that way. But it can help repel bugs. So that's really good. All right, so the next thing here is gut health. Because Manuka is so strong against environmental threats, we can cleanse our gut in a very effective way. So it doesn't say that you can take it internally, so I have personally, but just to be cautious for everybody else, because if you're new to essential oils, I just would be cautious and just test it on myself. Not that you can be allergic necessarily to essential oils, it's just that sometimes we have a lot of toxins in our body, and then when it releases toxins too quickly, and we don't know how to emotionally heal, sometimes we have, I guess, symptoms that we are uncomfortable with, okay? So I would apply it to the bottom of the feet in the middle section where the gut is, okay? So keep doing that, and it helps your gut be cleaner. One of my friends, she was trying to cleanse her body, and her feet started itching, and Manuka was a lifesaver for her. So it's not just the feet, but it reflects the gut, inside of the gut, where all the fungus and the bacteria and the parasites are just coming out and leaving, or it's dying off. So just remember, when you have clean gut, it'll help you have clean, positive mind. Everything I do, I see things on an emotional and spiritual level. And sometimes when you're new to this, you might think, I don't get it, I don't see the relation. But trust me, eventually you'll see how it's connected. And it's liberating to be able to heal yourself on that deep level. Alrighty, so we really need to take care of our gut, everybody, and just keep that gut clean, and then you find that you think more positive thoughts. So Manuka has such a high vibration, it pushes all the negative junk out. So the physical junk, but then the emotional junk will come along with that too. Okay, yes, because it's so powerful against environmental threats, it's fantastic for your immunity. So if you have an immunity blend that you love to use, you can add it to that. So we've adjusted our immunity blend, our roller bottle blend, to have some other vitae or some Manuka. When it came out, I started using Manuka as well. So all the strong, powerful oils that help protect you from the environmental threats. I love using essential oils for immunity, because there's so many new bugs out there. And the fantastic thing about essential oils is it adapts to the new mutated bugs that are out there, because these oils are alive, and it is cell selective, so it goes to where it needs to go and do the job that it needs to do, and it helps you in that way. So it's fantastic. I think every family needs to have some sort of immunity blend ready to go, you know, for the winter season, for example, or not even that, just you know, just to help protect them for when they do come down with something. So our family have been very blessed, and it's this October, which is this month, will mark the 8th year anniversary of our essential oil journey. So our family has not needed to go to the doctors for any serious illnesses. We've been able to take care of it ourselves, and you guys can learn how to do it too. Start gently and watch your personal responses and adjust accordingly, okay? Welcome, Leanne. Okay, the next thing here is relaxing blood pressure. It's beautiful oil journey. So, Leanne, can you turn off the live, Facebook Live perhaps? Or yeah, you can do that, muting. Fantastic. So blood pressure, you can apply it to the heart reflexes, so on the hands, the left hand and the left feet, and use it in the diffuser. Some people really love the smell. Others are, you know, just okay with it, but it does help you calm down as well. So it's another option. There's plenty out there. Don't be confused. Just pick the ones that you have and pick the ones that you enjoy for that. Okay, there's plenty of oils that help calm the blood pressure down and balance it. Okay, and you know, everyone is different, so just play around with it and see what you like. Before long, you'll be like mad scientists, mixing this and mixing that, and coming up with your own blends. Okay.
Any questions?
Yeah, any questions, guys? You go ahead and type it in to the live, or you know, you can type it into the chat box in our Zoom.
Hey, Leanne, how you doing?
Good, thank you. Good to see you guys.
Do you have any questions or anything you want to share?
I don't think so. I really regret that I didn't get the Manuka when it was available. I was hoping that it was going to be released at convention, and I blew it.
Well, it is still available to Australians, so if you really,
we can hook you up.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I was hoping for it to be available too, but apparently it's very limited. So even the Australians, I think they're only able to buy one per month, kind of like our Compaiba. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it smells. I don't know. It doesn't smell like Melaleuca or anything. It just. I can't describe it because I came from Australia, and it just smells like the bushes. To me.
Herbaceous.
Yeah, herbaceous. So yeah, but once you have a sniff, it does go straight into your heart here. So that's where I feel it. Yeah, but go ahead and unmute yourself or type in your questions, guys, if you have any. Alrighty. So the other thing is gum health. So you know that Melaleuca is fantastic for gum health, and Manuka is just as great and perhaps even better. And sometimes you want to shake it up and change things out a little bit, but I love using Manuka or Melaleuca and clove and On Guard for oil pulling. So it's just one drop of the Manuka oil in fractionated coconut oil, and then you know you swish around. If you're not familiar with oil pulling, it's basically just holding the oils inside your mouth and swishing it around, just to help clean your gums, clean your tongue, clean your teeth, and it draws out the toxins too. So you want to spit it in the garbage afterwards. But it does, people say that it helps your teeth get whiter, and it helps you have stronger immunity. Hi, welcome back. Yeah, so that's great for gums. This oil does so much. It's sort of like that cousin, the rich cousin to Melaleuca. That's what I feel. So he does it a little bit more, and
It's like geranium and rose.
yep, like geranium and rose. Yep. And, so the next thing here is clean skin. So it can be applied directly or diluted. It's probably best to dilute it because it keeps the oil on the skin longer, and it can spread its effect out further. All right, so dilute it and apply to blemishes, cuts, and grazes. So it actually helps clean your skin. So if you have a cut or graze, you can rinse it with water and then apply the Manuka on it. So it's very effective, and I feel very confident that we have these beautiful oils that we can do these things with. And guys, when you are on my website, jbom.com/Manuka, you can actually click on the little links that are at the end of each of these, these points, and you can see what it can do for your skin. It's much better for you to click on it and you can see what it does. And it gives you more information. Alrighty. Okay, so the next thing here is to clean the air. So I like to use strong oils at certain times when it gets muggy. We live in Florida. We just had a hurricane, and it often rains, and the air can get because we're in the south too. The air can get quite humid, and you don't want mold to grow in your home. So it's amazing to reduce the mold buildup. So Manuka along with arbor vitae and clove are one of those really strong oils that you can do that with. Okay. Any questions or comments? Alrighty. Okay, so ear comfort. So if you have a discomfort in your ears, maybe ringing perhaps, or just aches, you can apply it on the back of your ears on the bone, and it helps feel better. I would do it several times a day because with any essential oils, once you use it, it'll be metabolized in your body within 4 to 6 hours, and then you have to reapply. So consider using lavender and or basil as well, just to add to it and help it along. So I did have, whenever I'm doing an oil, it feels like I needed that oil that week, and maybe it's a blessing, then I understand it a lot better. Or maybe it's in my mind, the doctor syndrome where you study something and you feel like you have the disease. So today I felt like I did have an ear kind of ache in the back, and I rubbed the Manuka oil without the other oils on it, and I think it went away really quickly. So I don't have it right now, but it was awesome that I was holding on to it and using it as I was typing this up. And then the next thing here for the body is the joints and the muscle support. So dilute it and massage it on. Sometimes people don't realize that, these oils like this are very powerful. Oils that are strong against environmental threats are fantastic for, the stiff arthritic hands and back and things. But it is because a lot of times the fungus overgrows and leaves our gut, and it has a tail and it travels throughout the body, and it causes a lot of inflammation. So the fungus causes a lot of inflammation. So you can see why Manuka and other oils such as Manuka that are strong against environmental threats are fantastic for eliminating those funguses. And then because of that, the body, the muscles have less inflammation, which means less pain for you. All right, so I'm done with the body. Anyone with questions or comments or stories even? But that's all right. I'm going to move on to the mind. And if you do have anything, just go ahead and ask. This is pretty short post because Manuka can just be so powerful, and mostly for skin, mostly for immunity. So emotionally, Manuka is the oil of being upheld. Okay, and I want you to think about what that really means, being upheld. Right, so the negative emotion that Manuka helps you shift out is wounded, abandoned, forsaken, suffering, disconnected, unsafe, powerless, burdened, and grieving. You know, all of us feel this way at one time or another. Sometimes we feel strong and other times we don't. And things come up all the time. And it's really good to have these oils on hand just to take care of your daily needs, because we're humans and we're dynamic creatures, so we fluctuate from one to the other all the time. So if you do feel any of that, Manuka might be your oil. And the positive that it helps you incorporate is feeling soothed, comforted, healing, loved, cared for, upheld, known by the divine, grateful, transcendence, safe and shielded. All right, so sometimes just thinking about things, it doesn't do it for us because we're humans and we're not as strong as we would like to be. So using the essential oils help us push through and help us, I guess, host a new thinking pattern and a new belief. Okay. So for those who want to create healthy boundaries, you can apply it to the bottom of your feet. So Manuka helps in, and I'm going to quote the the Emotions and Essential Oil book here. It says, transmuting suffering into transcendence. So it means just pushing through that pain. So instead of running away from that pain or ignoring that pain or pushing that pain down, it's moving through it, right, and allowing yourself to be refined, and then allowing that pain to recreate you. That's what it means to me. Okay, I hope that means the same to you. But it's very powerful because we can be chicken and run away from pain, run away from feeling of abandonment, unsafe, rejection, or whatever, and then keep having that same problem, or we can push through new boundaries. So today I actually experienced that too. I've had to, respect myself and stand up for myself. And, I had a conversation with a lady who just doesn't have a lot of self-respect. So of course, that's how she treats the world. And I thought, oh, this is good because I learned to stand up, and instead of just taking the beating. It was powerful, and I feel very liberated. So affirmations or new thoughts that you can adopt as you use these oils. And I'll tell you something, when you adopt this, your physical body will change as well. Okay, so as you physically clean your body, help with immunity, you want to do this in your mind just to make the process go faster. So you can say, I have healthy boundaries built on self-respect. Okay. Sometimes I think, just saying healthy boundaries doesn't mean anything sometimes because you don't know where to draw the line. Okay. And, I spoke to quite a few of my girlfriends lately and noticed that they take a lot of slack from people. And, it's because we don't have that self-respect, and, we have to practice that. We have to say, hey, that's not on. I won't take that. Please speak to me kindly and respectfully. So the other affirmation I have here is, it is safe for me to move through pains to find my higher self. Recently I heard, I think a university lecturer speak about that. So he says one group of people, they like to run away and give up quickly. Another group would push through and then find a deeper sense of themselves. And I feel like, yes, this is fantastic because an oil like Manuka can help you find that strength to push through pain, whatever the pain is. And most often it's like feeling small, feeling unsafe, feeling abandoned, and just not respected. right? And then just pushing through that. Anyway, so that's that. Anybody with questions or comments? Okay, that's fine. I'll just move on to the last section here. Right, and if you listen to this or watch this later on, you're welcome to go to my website, jadebolton.com/Manuka, and then read the post, and you can make comments below. Welcome. All right, so the last part here is the spirit, and I really love this part. So Manuka helps us feel protected from negative energies surrounding us. Sometimes the negative energy is invisible to the naked eye. Sometimes you can see it in people's auras and energies, right? If they look like they're dark, they look like they've, got lots of negative energies about them. But other times you just don't know, you just feel it. Life happens sometimes, but we will not let it take us down. You know, we just came through a hurricane here in this town, and I think a lot of us are quite, sensitive, perhaps, or fragile right now, because it's very traumatic, right? But we could continue to let it push down on us, or we can push through and find the good in it, and feel like we're remembered by God and the divine, right? So this is what Manuka does for us. It reminds us to tap into the divine energies and be upheld by God and higher powers when we think we can't, or we feel too weak. Recently, one thing, when things rain, it actually pours. So I also have a cousin who went to the hospital last week, and then they did a procedure, and then she came home, and that night she died. And it was just such a shock. But we can feel like life is dark and down and dreary, and then we could continue to let that hold us down, or we can heal from that and still see the powerful upholding power of divine in our lives. So I think to myself, okay, enough of that, move forward and chin up, right? And so this oil has been very timely. I think, being upheld is when you're feeling like you can't take it anymore. So we can now learn more and grow higher, serve more wholeheartedly, love deeper, and exist more intentionally with the help of Manuka, as it helps us feel upheld. And it reminds us that we're known by God, we're not forgotten, and that we have a unique place and purpose here on earth. So remember, there is more than enough blessings for each of us, and the blessings can be found in the ashes of pain of life. So that's what Manuka teaches us. So I have a Jade's I Am Known blend here. It's 1 drop of rose oil and 1 drop of Manuka oil. And I did this today. I just put a drop in my palms and just rubbed it together, cupped it over my nose and mouth, and just inhaled. And just reminded myself that I'm divine. So we're like spiritual beings having a mortal experience, right? So, all of this mortal stuff, you can't let it take us down and cause us to fear. We've got to move through that and hand that fear back. So it reminded me of a scripture in the New Testament, Luke 12:7, and it reads that even the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Fear not, therefore, yea, ye are of more value than many sparrows. So, it's just you're remembered, you're known. So that's that for Manuka, guys. Here you have the Manuka handout. This is quite short. I used to, in the past I write a lot more, but it was just quite straightforward. So it's shorter. But I hope you enjoy that, and I hope you enjoy the Manuka oil and how it can bless your life. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Does anybody have any questions or want to share any experiences with Manuka? We'd love to hear from you. You guys can type it in, or those of you who have joined us on Zoom, you can unmute yourselves if you wish.
All right, if not, then we can end the live video here. Yeah. Okay, give one another minute or so.
Okay.
And then we'll end the recording here.